Welcome to episode 8, peeps.
Yee yee. Trapped up in that dungeon, boy.
8 weeks. Eight
Yep.
weeks in the dungeon.
8 weeks and counting.
Oh, shit. Uh,
So, how you
fucking,
been?
uh, been doing alright so far. I've just been grinding, doing a new game plus playthrough of Far Cry 5.
Hmm. I saw you were playing it the other day. Oh,
Yeah.
I almost hopped in and joined you, but that was when I was talking with Lurie and playing Grounded with Ray and them.
Uh-oh, yeah. Yeah, I was sleeping on that fucking last mission of fighting Joseph Seed
Mm.
because I thought it was like a mission that ended your campaign instead of it just going back to
Oh,
like normal
yeah.
and free roam. So that's why I was holding off on it. But then I found out I was like, oh fuck it, I'll just go ahead and do it. And it threw me out in the world, and like I had literally did everything in the fucking game.
Mm.
So I was like, I mean, the only thing there is for me to do is to grind out just like a few more perks, and then my eventual end goal is to like purchase every item there is in the
Mm-hmm.
game, which is fucking grindy
Oh yeah.
and it requires a lot of hunting.
Oh, I imagine.
But I was just kind of like, you know what, fuck it. It's easier to get the perk points if I just do a new game plus anyways and just fucking do the stashes and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like three more challenges I need to do that's like 8 perk points.
Mm-hmm.
So like, fuck it, I could just do that and because there's no more enemies in this fucking world, so where am I gonna be able to get to do that? So
Right.
I was like, fuck it. But yeah, I'm almost to the point of killing the first old boy.
Yeah, that's I was
Like
like
I'm
that's
on,
like the TV Angelus guy.
yeah, fucking yeah. I think I'm just gonna do the same order that I did the last playthrough, just because that seemed to work out a little bit more. Which I'm actually just gonna go around and get like all those fucking
The sidekicks or whatever.
yeah, all those little sidekicks and shit like that, so I can
So you could have cheeseburger
have them. Yeah, cheeseburger I need to fucking get.
and peaches.
Yeah, peaches. I think I preferred Peaches over Cheeseburger. Even though Cheeseburger was like the cooler looking one,
Mm-hmm.
Peaches was like stealthy as shit. And that's kind of how I did it for my first playthrough, but I think I might just fuck around with Cheeseburger most of the time because he's just tanky as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool Cheeseburger, man. But yeah, all my fucking guns, and I ended up getting the Hour of Darkness DLC, which is the Vietnam one,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
the
don't. Yeah, no, I haven't played that. I don't think, or I never
yeah,
finished it.
fucked around with a little bit of it, and it's kind of nuts. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like a big DLC or anything, but it does come with a lot of shit.
yeah, I have that, and I have the other one with the aliens or whatever it is.
Mars,
Yeah, I
I
played
can't remember what the fuck.
most of that one, I think.
Yeah, that one's wacky as shit
Mm-hmm.
because like I loaded into it not really knowing, and I guess you play as Nick, the fucking pilot, and Herc is like guiding you or whatever, and you have
Oh
to
no,
like
no, no!
go
So
in
you're
on
thinking of the
Mars.
Mars one. There's
Yeah.
another one that's these side missions where you just like load into the specific mission, and you play as this black guy that's a farmer, and like UFOs have landed on his farm,
Hmm.
and it's like a challenge mode where you have like a specific challenge. You have to go to a specific area and kill so many whatever it is.
Was that in like the arcade?
I think that is the arcade or something like that. It's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because the arcade is just like a bunch of shit that like people have made for like maps and
Well,
whatnot.
no, this is
Like,
like definitely like there's like voice acting and shit in it.
oh, I have no idea. Yeah, because only
Yeah,
DLC I know of are the Hour of Darkness, the Mars, and then the zombie one.
that's what it's zombies. That's what I
Um,
meant. It's the zombies.
oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't have that one. I just have the Mars and the Hour of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, it's Hour of Darkness is pretty fucking dope so far. I mean, it's not lengthy,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, there's a lot of shit that you got to do, and there you get a lot of new cooler guns and shit like that. And I think one of the fucking gnarliest things was like so like there's captains throughout each of the area, and like you have to like chase them down before they run to their bunker or some shit like that and
Mm-hmm.
kill them. And the first one I did was like in a fucking tunnel, and I was like, "Oh fuck, dude! I've literally turned into a tunnel rat in this fucking
Damn.
game." I was like, "God damn, dude!" I was like, "Fuck that shit." Yeah, it's a pretty dope DLC. If anybody hasn't tried it out, I highly
Mm-hmm.
recommend. Then the Mars DLC is just fucking
Crazy.
pure comedy.
Yeah.
It's literally some shit you would expect from like Saints Row or
Yeah, I
something
think
like
that's the
that.
one that I played the most of. I don't remember how far I got, but I know I didn't finish it. I got stuck at one part and gave up.
Yeah. The aliens kind of fuck with me because it's like you can't walk on the sand or
Yeah,
whatever.
and
You
they're
have to
kind of
like
hard to
walk
kill.
on like you have to like walk on like rocks
Mm-hmm.
or like some kind of like anything but the sand, and then they'll fucking like jump out at you or some shit like that. And I'm like, I mean, I guess
Mm-hmm.
guns are cool as fucking like super
They're
OP in
so
the
overpowered, dude.
base
I
game.
use them for most of the base game.
Yeah. And so whenever I get done with this playthrough, I'm gonna go for the achievement of beating it on the hardest insane difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
And people were just like, if you use the fucking
The
alien
alien
weapon
guns,
that
that's
has like
easy.
infinite ammo, you
Yeah.
can literally just blaze through the fucking game. And I'm like, all right, bet. Like, shit, why not?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Next Chivo.
All right. So yeah, you were playing Far Cry 5. Um, I got a lot of movie news stuff that I got. I have a whole big old list that I split it into a couple sections so we don't have to do it all at once. Um, I got like regular movies that I'm interested in that I think you'd be interested in, Marvel stuff, and then the DC stuff. I don't know if you had a preference for one you wanted to do first.
Uh, it don't matter to me really.
Well, since I know you've been kind of getting out of the Marvel, I guess we'll just go ahead and get that one do first. There's a couple
Yeah.
on here that I think you might be interested in, but there's a several that there's a couple that even I'm not really too worried about. But the bigger ones that at least the soonest one, which is as a recording, it'll be out by the time this comes out, but as a recording this, it's not out yet. Is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania,
Yeah.
third
That's
Ant-Man movie comes
yeah,
up.
that's like the next big
Yeah,
movie, ain't it?
comes out this
Yeah.
weekend. Might have to try and go see that. It's the big thing is they're going to the microverse and it's gonna have the first big appearance of Kang the Conqueror as actual Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
He was kind of teased in the Loki show as like but it was like an alternate version of him that's not Kang the Conqueror, but it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that. Ant Man movies have always been pretty good. I thought been they're always been there's always been pretty decent movies. I think. Um,
Yeah.
and this one
Yeah, I
looks
was
like
gonna
it's
say the first two are pretty fucking good. I think that's the only ones that are there is
yeah. This is the
Ant-Man
third one.
and Wasp.
Yeah, yeah. This is the third movie. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely looking to see. I think his name's Jonathan Majors. Who's playing him, playing Kang the Conqueror. It looks like he's gonna be pretty good. Kang the Conqueror's gonna be like the next like big villain for this kind of
This
phase,
phase
sorta.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which I'm not sure how they're going to incorporate him and really if he's going to really be incorporated in some of these other movies. Um, but I guess we'll see. Uh, he might not be. He might just not show up until some of the last of the movies that they have announced. But next, so that's February, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. We got Guardians 3.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Once I was knowing, I thought maybe you might be somewhat interested in, because again, those have been good movies. Also, it's the last. It might. I don't think it's necessarily going to be the last Guardians movie. It's going to be the last we see with this team and with James Gunn as the director. Um, After that, they're kind of all. Everyone's kind of done. Some of the side characters, I think, will probably still show up here and there. Or if they do like a new version of the Guardians team, we'll see some of them. But I know Drax, Dave Bautista, he's done after this one. He doesn't. He
Yeah.
says something like he doesn't want his legacy to be like he likes the character, but he doesn't want his legacy to be this like goofy character, and he's kind of tired of doing all the makeup and everything.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be cool to see how it
Yeah.
ends.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because he's usually tried to like stray away from like doing the same thing for too long with a
Yeah, I mean,
lot of stuff. Like he
and
was there with the WWE for a while,
yeah,
but I don't know what happened with all that, or if he just got sick and
I think
tired
he
of
just
it.
switched to movies. He retired from that and switched to movies. It's easier on his
Yeah,
body.
yeah, yeah. I don't. Well, actually, I don't blame anybody for getting out of the WWE. That shit's fucking rough, dude.
Yeah, and it is also it's going to introduce a big character for Marvel Space, Adam Warlock.
Oh, okay.
He's like a real important character. He kind of shows up in a lot of the major space related stories. Um, yeah, it's kind of all for that. But yeah, then right after that in June, this one I'm super excited for, and I'm sure you are. Spider Verse 2. Spider Man
Yeah,
Across the Spider Verse.
that one I am looking forward to, so
That
that I can have like 5 more seizures at the theater.
yeah, but
Oh
it's a
shit!
fucking good movie, bro.
It
It's
was.
I
It was a
fucking
really good.
love that movie so much, and really excited for this one. Seeing a lot more Spider Man in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one. It came out in like what 2017, 2018.
Something like that.
Been a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were, COVID kind of messed up any plans them working on it for a long time. Let's
Yeah,
see, Spider Verse
yeah, that was
release.
a really good fucking movie though.
December 14th, 2018. So end of 2018.
In 2018, yeah.
So it's gonna be like
Damn.
4.5 years almost.
Yeah, I was guessing like 5 or 4 years, 4 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. God damn, dude, that was fucking.
Yeah,
It
that's
don't
good.
feel like that long,
Mm-hmm.
but like at the same time, I know it's been that long.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude.
And that's like all the stuff that's like getting ready to come out. That's got like trailers and stuff. There is another movie coming out this year that, to be honest, I could probably care less about. I don't think it's gonna probably do that well. It all depends. It depends on when they start actually showing stuff for it. In July, into July is the Marvels, which is the Captain Marvel sequel.
Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be like that one where it takes place in like the '90s or whatever. I think it's gonna be set in like the modern day of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, probably. But
probably.
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson's gonna be back in, and I don't know what else is they're gonna do. I know they've the last time that we've seen Samuel L. Jackson, he's out in space with a ship of like
Oh,
Shield people. So I guess he's gonna be doing something with that with Carol Danvers. I don't know. I mean, I guess once they start actually putting out, I guess not that long after this, after Ant Man is out, they're gonna start teasing that when it gets closer to Guardians 3 coming out.
yeah.
But man, I got the list of like the other stuff, and some of the other stuff that's like the next like year or two worth of stuff. That's some of it I'm kind of excited for. Some of it, most of the movie, actually, pretty much all the movies except for like one, I'm excited for. The next movie isn't going to be until May 3rd, 2024. That's Captain America: New World Order, Sam Wilson Captain America movie.
Oh,
Because I don't think you watched the show, but they had the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. That's all about him actually becoming Captain America. It's a pretty good show. It's nothing too crazy, not too big of a story. It's just him and Winter Soldier
fighting shit.
biting heads and fighting some terrorist. And there's
Yeah.
like some stuff with the super soldier serum and I mean I guess it's been so long since it came out you probably don't really care about like any spoilers. I mean this is old spoilers anyway.
Yeah.
Um, they do show a character which is really a really cool character. Uh, I forget what his name is, but he's only been in like a comics like once or twice. But during the time when Captain America was still frozen, like of course, a big like plot device in the show is someone's trying to recreate the super soldier serum, and somebody kind of does. You crackling around on something?
It took way longer to get out of the bag than I anticipated, and it just sat there crackling for like
Yeah.
fucking a whole minute.
Um.
Dove.
Nice.
Oh my god.
But like during like the Vietnam era, someone in America kind of figured out super soldier serum, but not fully. And there was a secret, like not known to the public, black Captain America during the Vietnam War,
Hmm.
Cold War era, and he shows up like they Sam Wilson like finds him and meets him, and it's a pretty cool scene. Um, and people there is a theory with the Black Widow movie how what's his name, the guy from Stranger Things, he's like the Russian Captain America. He like jokes about it. He like, talks about how like he fought Captain America and beat him or something. But the timeline for him is while Captain America was frozen, so they think that it was the other guy
Oh,
that
okay.
they fought during like the Cold War or something.
Yeah.
Um, next is July 26th, so a couple months later they have the Thunderbolts movie, which
I don't know if I heard about that one.
no, that one they've been setting it up mostly in the shows. They've been kind of setting that up. That's like
Hmm.
the evil Avengers kind of like government. Well, I say evil. It's government controlled Avengers. That's it's going to have Lawrence Pugh, who was Black Widow's sister, who's also a Black Widow. She's going to be
Okay.
on the team. The dude. So during the Falcon Winter Soldier show, the beginning of it is he gives up. Even though he was given shit, he gives it up and he says, "I'm not going to be Captain America. I'm just going to do my own thing." And they put it in a museum. But then the United States government's like, "Well, we want a new Captain America," and so that's like a plot device in the show. Is this guy that they choose to be the new Captain America, uh, who they give something, and he's kind of a douchey evil guy. It's I want to say it's Kurt Russell's son plays him, but
Oh, okay.
they butt heads with Falcon, and when he butts heads with Falcon Winter Soldier, he's going to be on the team as like a nomad kind of dark Captain America, and then there was one or two other people that I think it's known that they're on the team, but I can't remember. But they're getting their own movie, and then this is a big one that I'm excited for. That I think you're excited for, Blade. That's
I've been waiting for that one for
September
fuck.
6th. Marshala Ali playing Blade, and
Damn right.
Black Knight's going to be in it too. Old Jon Snow.
Shit.
Uh, and
Blade
then
was fucking announced like
a couple
fucking
years ago,
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same time that they announced like a lot of these other movies. Um, well, the next one that comes out a couple months later in November was a more recent announcement, the untitled Deadpool movie.
Yeah. That's another one I want.
That one and Wolverine, him and Wolverine will be together in that. So that'll be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Then we got this is one that I'm kind of looking forward to. Fantastic Four, February 14th, 2025.
Mm.
And then they got all it's left that they announced after that is the next two Avengers movies. Kang Dynasty in May 2nd, 2025, and then Secret Wars in May 1st, 2026. So they're kind of doing like they did with the Infinity War and Endgame, where it's like just they release one, then a year later they release the next one.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's going to Kang
Yeah.
Dynasty is going to be the culmination of whatever's going on with Kang. He takes everything over probably, and then it probably will lead to incursion, and that will be Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So Secret Wars, there's multiple Secret Wars in the comics, but the most recent one is what I think they're going to try and do, which was the when the Ultimate Universe like was physically colliding with the regular 616 universe. So I think they're
Yeah.
going to do something like that maybe.
Yeah, probably.
And that's all the movies that they have announced. They might have more. I mean, we'll see. I mean, they'll probably have something that they haven't announced yet that comes between the Avengers movies and maybe one or two other ones in 25 and 24. I mean, that's like four movies for 24, so it'll probably be another one or two that they announced for 2025, and then maybe something between the Avengers movies. They did announce some of the shows, so that could also be what's filling in the space. None of them have like specific dates, um, but like one of them is coming up pretty soon, spring 23, this spring this year. Secret Invasion, which I guess that's going to be setting up the Marvel show because that's well maybe that's like the scrolls and stuff are like hiding on Earth. So like
Yeah. I
which
read one Secret Invasion comic, and it was like one of the Deadpool ones,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
it's probably just like
it
his
was pretty
tie-in.
good from what I read. I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean
kind of hard to follow because I didn't really know the full fucking context of what the fuck was
yeah,
going on.
and what you read was like a tie-in, so it's like it's not even like it's completely
Yeah.
separate from the main plot.
Yeah.
Um, 'Cause, yeah, Secret Invasion is like because in the comics the scrolls are like super fucking evil, and they've
Yeah.
slowly have like invaded Earth and have like taken the place of a lot of people, and heroes included and villains. And so it's like them like rooting them out and all that shit. Mission see how they do it because the scrolls that we've gotten in the movies like aren't evil. I
Yeah.
guess maybe there's just like a sect of evil ones or something. I don't know because that's like
I think it was it Captain
yeah, it
Marvel
was Captain
when they
Marvel. They
first
all
saw
showed
him.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
The
like
whole Sam Jackson losing his eye from a
well yeah,
Hootie
because
Camp.
it's the Sam Jackson that Nick Fury that's on Earth because there's one on Earth is a scroll. He was in
Yeah.
the Spider-Man movie. Um, and a couple other shows they got. They have a show called Echo. She is a Daredevil side character who was in the Hawkeye show who showed up. Who's like her origins like directly tied to the Kingpin and all that. Um,
Uh,
it was actually a pretty good character in the comics. It'd be interesting to see that they're giving her like a whole show to her origin and everything. Um,
yeah.
that's going to be in the summer. Also in the summer, they have Loki season 2. Loki was pretty good, so it'd be cool to see some more stuff with that. It ended on a cliffhanger. Um, then we have Ironheart in the fall, which, I could probably take it or leave it. I mean, we'll see how interesting it looks when it gets closer. I felt
Yeah.
so she was they introduced her in the Black Panther movie, Wakanda Forever, and it didn't feel like super forced, but it like I don't know, it's just like kind of extra that she was there. It's like okay, she didn't need to be here, but I guess that's what we're doing. And I mean, and for anyone who doesn't know, that's Riri Williams. Iron. She's like an Iron Man character. I mean, she in the comics she took over for Iron Man and like she like built her own suit from scratch and from scraps of his suit and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
Other shows they got this one I don't really give a fuck about. Agatha Coven of Chaos in the winter of this year. She was the villain in the WandaVision show.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't watch any of that.
Yeah, I mean that show was pretty good. She kind of they it's like the worst kept secret that she was the villain. In the show because they didn't reveal that she was the villain until like near the end. Eh, I don't know. I might not probably not watch that. But then what
Yeah.
I'm excited for Daredevil Born Again in the spring of next year. New Daredevil show, baby. So that'd be pretty
See,
sweet.
I just wish they would put my Punisher back in.
Well, so allegedly, so Daredevil's going to have like all like the same people playing
Yeah.
the characters. I mean, the show's not canon anymore. None of those Netflix shows are canon. Um,
Yeah.
but like, I forget what his name is, but the guy who played him, and like the guy who played,
John Bernthal.
well, that he played Punisher, but I'm talking about the guy who played Daredevil. Uh,
Oh yeah.
like he's back. He was already in like Spider Man. Uh, what's his name that played the Kingpin? He's back. He was in Hawkeye. Um, and like I think they already said that like the chick that played Karen Page and the guy that played Foggy, they're going to be back. And I think they said that I don't think they have like any really plans for Punisher, but as of right now, if they were to do something, they would probably go with John Bernthal again. Like they're going to keep most of the casting from the Netflix shows, with the
Yeah.
exception of Iron Fist.
Oh yeah. Iron Fist was.
And the first season was like so fucking whatever, but the second season was definitely better than the first season, and it was going somewhere interesting, but I never saw that.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I had like a lot of coworkers at the time who were like watching it, and they were
hmm
like, "Yeah, this just ain't it." And then they were going on about like how, like in a lot of the fighting scenes, he looks super stiff.
yeah, because
Like,
he doesn't he's not like a kung fu guy. He just that's just who they
yeah,
picked to play him, and it because he was like hot off of Game of Thrones and all that.
yeah,
So like it could have
working
been
with like
it could have
sword
been
fighting shit like that.
it could have been casted better.
Yeah,
Anyway, I mean it hopefully will be whenever they decide to bring uh, Iron Fist back. And they had a couple other things. This is all like animated stuff. The X-Men '97 sequel to the old X-Men animated series. What If season 2, Spider-Man freshman year, which I thought I heard that was getting canceled. That's a animated show that they're going to do that's supposed to be Spider-Man from the MCU, like when he first started in like high school and stuff. But they're changing some things from the continuity in the show in the movies. It's weird. It's weird. Like it's just like a kids show, but it's technically based off of the MCU Tom Holland Spider-Man. So I don't know. I don't give a fuck about that. Marvel Zombies, that would be pretty interesting. I mean, it's
yeah,
based off. It's a pretty much like the What If episode with the Marvel Zombies was so popular that they're going to do a whole show for it. It's basically what they're doing. That's kind of like everything they got like announced. I mean, definitely looking forward for like the Kang Dynasty stuff and like the Captain America and like I'm gonna try and go see Ant Man and all that when that comes out this weekend. I might have to wait
yeah,
until next week to go see it, but that Guardians, that'll be awesome. Spider Man. I don't know if you had a topic you wanted to bring in to get a break between the movie stuff because
um,
that was kind of the end of the Marvel stuff.
yeah. So I actually did see. I retweeted it on the Twitter account the other day, and from Behemoth Games, the guys who do Castle Crashers. Let me see if I can pull it up real fast. They are making another game,
Nice.
and it looks tight. It looks just like fucking Castle Crashers,
Yeah,
but it's
it's
another
like
one.
their art style, like
Yeah, it's like the
that.
little 2D like
Yeah,
scrolling
that
beat 'em
the
up type
Alien
game.
game, Battle Block Theater. Um,
Yeah,
there's like one or two other games that they did.
yeah. I think this might be a sequel or a standalone to the Alien game
Mm-hmm.
that they have, because it's Alien Hominid Invasion, and they're yeah, it's just like different variations of like the alien from
Yeah,
like
so
that
it's
other zombie
probably
game.
like it's like a
Right?
new one of those games.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Um, but yeah, there's some new footage of it. Go check it out on our Twitter account. Retweeted
Shit,
it.
I'll have to go
It's
check
not
it
that
out.
far down. Um, but yeah, other than that, I don't know too much about it other than it's coming this year.
Mm.
And it looks fucking dope. It looks like you can, from the footage, it looks like you
Mm-hmm.
can definitely like maneuver a lot more around like the screen, like up and down and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So it's not like linear how Castle Crashers was.
Yeah,
It's just kind of fucking just
I
like
mean,
almost like a platforming kind of game almost at the same
I
time.
mean that's how. From what little I played of one of their, I mean it's an old game by now, but it's a game that they did after Catch Crash is called Battle Block Theater.
Yeah,
That one was more like a vertical platformer, like a platformer type game. From what I remember, it's been a long time since I played it. We might have to play that for the channel. Yeah, but I'm excited to see more from them. They always do something good, something fun.
yeah. And then on the topic of mixing like a movie and a game, this kind of just took me by surprise. I'm trying to find the fucking tweet of it again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if it was legit, it was
Right.
looked like it was legit from the fucking. So everybody, I'm sure at this point has heard of fucking Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah.
I literally just saw a thing that was like there's a Cocaine Bear like game. I don't think it's like a full-fledged game. I think it's just
No,
like
that's
little
probably just like some dude made a game, or like a small team of
yeah,
people made
I'm like
a like some little basic whatever game.
yeah. I'm actually trying to like search for it now on like the Play Store.
Oh, it's a mobile
But yeah,
game.
I think I think I literally just saw it pop up and now I can't find it
Oh,
again. And so fuck, like yeah. I don't know. But
damn.
yeah, that's possibly a thing, so everybody keep an eye out as I'm fucking searching everywhere for it now.
Mm.
Um, Cocaine Bear game. No bitch. No bitch.
Let's see.
Be a bear and eat cocaine in this new Cocaine Bear video game out now for free.
Hmm.
Oh, devour all the people running for their lives to move on to the next level. It's an 8-bit game.
Of course.
Let me see where this link takes me, because I'm genuinely curious now.
Yeah, it's probably just some
Uh,
like little free something or whatever. Somebody was like, "Oh shit, that might be a fun little shitty game."
Cocaine Bear: The Rise of Pablo Escobar.
Nice.
So this is literally the thing. It's asking me if I'm 18 years old or older to play now.
Oh, so it's like just like in the web browser. Yeah, that's like a
I'm guess yeah, I guess it's just a little web browser game, but yeah, that's actually kind of fucking funny.
damn.
Oh, yep. Yeah, there we are. So if you guys want to go check it out, give it a shot. It's literally just in the web browser, just type Cocaine Bear. Uh, oh my God, yeah, it's literally a fucking 2D, like little.
Damn.
So fucking stupid. Oh shit. Dude,
Well,
that's gotta be like one of the most absurd fucking movies along with like Sharknado.
yeah, especially since like they're definitely taking a lot of liberties with the story.
Mhm.
Because like I think from what I understand, the real story is it. First of all, it happened in like the '80s, and basically what happened was these people found a bear dead, and it had like a whole kilo, like several pounds of cocaine just packed in its stomach, and it had absorbed like 3 or 4 grams of it, and that's just this is how they found it dead. But they know that it was like that's like an area where drug runners would like they would that'd be like a plane that flies over and like drops like the bags at drop sites, and somebody would go and
Yeah.
pick it up. But this bear got there first, and so like the joke was always, uh, for the few minutes that bear was alive after it ate that cocaine, it was the most dangerous thing on the planet Earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the same bear or if it's just in that town or something. There's a taxidermy bear that they put like a fedora and like sunglasses and shit on to represent the cocaine bear.
Jesus Christ,
But
dude.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I heard about that story a long while
yeah,
back,
it
but then
made the rounds on the internet like a couple years ago, and then it comes back. It comes up every once in a while, which is why I'm kind of surprised it took them this long to make a movie about it. To be honest,
yeah.
but I don't know. I
Well,
guess we'll
actually,
see.
I'm just kind of like blown away that they even made a fucking movie
No,
about
I'm
it.
I'm not surprised in the slightest that some like B movie companies like throw together some like whatever the fuck plot
Yeah,
for a fucking cocaine bear movie. Um,
fucking Trauma needs to get on top of that shit, man. I
I haven't watched any trauma movies in a minute, bro. A few years.
haven't. That shit's so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there's a couple I need to go back and rewatch, like Kabuki Cop and Father's Day, and
Yeah,
I
fuck.
don't think I need to watch The Taint anymore.
Yeah, the Toxic Avenger was another one.
That's like the real like most famous one. The ones that I've
Yeah,
seen are not very well known.
yeah.
Um,
God,
Well,
we
like
need to do a whole segment on like a future episode about the taint.
I don't know if we can, bro. I don't know if that shit will fly.
I don't know, man. That shit was just so fucking out there. That shit was,
Anyway,
that was hands down the most absurd movie I've
it's one of
seen.
the most absurd movies ever. Um, Kind of keeping with the movies and going back to the movies I got the DC slate, which
Yeah,
some of them, this is kind of another one where it's kind of like some stuff, man, some stuff, okay, and then some stuff we'll have to see. Um, so the big thing with the DC list of movies is, it's like it's official. James Gunn's like in charge of what's going to be happening, and so
yeah,
all the movies that they were already working on, he's pretty much like rebooting sorta the DC universe for the movies. And so the stuff that's coming out like right now that was already made and the stuff before isn't going to like go towards his stuff. He's starting with like fresh, all new casting for everything, and so like the movies that are coming out now aren't gonna be canon no more, like effective immediately. But they already made them, so it's like they're gonna put them out. So that's like Shazam: Fury of the Gods,
yeah,
Shazam's Eagle, which that the first one was actually like pretty pretty good, all things considered, compared to like some of the other DC movies. It's actually like a pretty pleasant movie, pretty art movie. So I'm kind of looking forward to that when that comes out March 7th. All I really know about it is that he fights some evil witches and there's a dragon, and like that's all I really know. And like all the side characters, like all like the his like adopted family, like they also have their Shazam powers. So I mean, hey, I might go see that. We'll see.
yeah.
Then right after that, in June 16th, there's a movie that almost didn't come out. The Flash.
With Ezra Miller.
Yeah, because of Ezra Miller, that movie almost didn't come out.
Oh
But
my god.
apparently, according to James Gunn, because James Gunn's seen it because it's finished, it actually is a pretty good movie. And I mean, they spent a lot of money on it, so they're gonna fucking go do it.
Yeah, I know. I think it was like Warner Brothers that said something that was like, "Yeah, we stand with Ezra Miller and they're like helping him get through the rough times or some shit like that." I don't know.
Didn't they
And I'm
say that?
like,
And then like something else immediately happened right after, and then everybody was like, "Ooh, guess they said that
I
too early."
think so. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. I mean, that dude's fucking. He socked an old lady in the face. He ran off with a minor. Like,
And
fuck,
there's two of
dude.
them in the movie.
One's enough, bro.
Yeah, the movie seems like it's like a version of the Flashpoint story. It's not going to be super accurate to the comics. It don't look like. It looks like it's almost going to be like that mixed with like kind of multiverse stuff. So I don't know if because like the whole thing with Flashpoint is he runs so fast, he travels back in time to go save his mom from dying when he was a kid, and the shockwave of him traveling back in time fucks up everything, fucks up like everybody's origin and shit, and he ends up in like a new version of the universe. But this, it seems like he's just in a different DC universe, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because like it's not Thomas Wayne Batman and shit like that. It's
Yeah.
Michael Keaton Batman,
Oh yeah, I did see that.
which
Yeah.
is pretty cool because it like I didn't watch the full trailer because I didn't know if he wanted to do like a trailer reaction to it or not. But I caught some of it because it played during the Super Bowl. Uh, there's a shot where it's him and it's like his like alternate suits from different missions behind him. There's like 6 or 7 of them, and it's like kind of cool because it's like the Batman from those movies, but like if he like he could continued and had other adventures between like Batman Returns and like this movie. He has like a whole like he has like a scuba bat suit and like a couple other like different ones. It's pretty cool. Plus, it's always good to see Michael Keaton as Batman.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm down to do a reaction video to that because I didn't see the full fucking
Oh
trailer
yeah,
either. I
dude.
just saw like
I saw the gist of it because I think like there's like the Super Bowl ad version, which is like a 30-second version, and then there's like the full ad. I don't think I watched the full ad yet. Um. But yeah, we could try and do something like that at some point.
yeah.
But looks like it actually be pretty fucking good. It's June 16th, so pretty soon. Um,
Fuck, my boy's
August.
coming back without no neck turning ass.
Well, actually, it looks like they slightly altered it a little bit, so I think he will be able to turn his head. He won't have to. Well, like his whole chest. He'll actually be able to like kind of move his head a little bit. Plus, there's like some animated looking fight scenes where he's a lot more mobile than he was.
Yeah, yeah.
um, but yeah, we'll have to watch that trailer together. Which this movie is supposed to come out August 18th. I didn't even know it was fucking happening. A Blue Beetle movie. I don't know.
I think I heard mention of that.
Apparently, there
I
was like
thought I
some
heard.
rumors like a few years ago, and that they were trying to get it made in like 2018 or something. But they finally, apparently, like a few months ago or sometime last year, they finished filming it. So
Oh
we'll
shit.
see. I don't think they have like any like posters or images or nothing. Actually, there might have been some like leaked like set images. Now that I think about it, from like months ago, like several months ago, like when it finished wrapping, I think there was like something, but they haven't really announced much about anything. I guess they're waiting for some of the Marvel stuff to come out, and when it gets a little closer, gets a little closer to summer, towards the end of spring, they'll probably talk about it more. Um, and then Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom on Christmas. We'll
Christmas.
see. I don't know. I'll have to see more for that one. See like what they're doing. I think there might be some little teaser or something out for it, which is surprising because there's nothing out for Blue Beetle, and that comes
Yeah,
out a few months before it.
yeah. I'm definitely have to keep an eye out for that Blue Beetle because I don't really know much about him. My first
Mm-hmm.
introduction to Blue Beetle was from the Injustice
Injustice.
2 video game.
Mm-hmm.
And like I literally saw the character and I was like, that's a weird looking fucking dude. So I started playing him. I was like, hey, this guy's actually pretty cool. Like
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know
remember
anything
what.
about him, but
I don't remember if he had an animated show a while back that I used to watch, or he was in like another like one of the DC animated shows or something. He's one of the characters that every once in a while they'll show him around. They were kind of like a big push for him like a few years back because he was like a one of the younger hot new characters, or he was,
yeah.
well, the person who's like under the costume was replaced with a younger new character. There's like the older version of Blue Beetle, and there's like the one they're doing now where it's a young, well, for the past like decade where it's like a younger guy. Um,
Yeah.
that seemed to be real popular. So it'd be cool to finally get see him get some big screen time, maybe get some more recognition.
Yeah. He gets to have his chance on the big screen and see how
Mm-hmm.
it goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So all four of those are like just not canon. That's just stuff that's just already in the
Those are just
works.
people.
Yeah, those stuff
Yeah.
pretty much all those are all done being filmed. So
Oh,
like
okay.
they
Yeah,
couldn't
see,
do anything about it anyway.
yeah, see, like those I can fuck with because I think that's what's been my biggest drawback from like the whole Marvel scene is there's just so much to like try and keep up with.
Yeah, I mean I definitely get that, which is like, and it's at the point now where, I mean, to be honest, like stuff's not as connected as it was when there wasn't as much. Because before, in the early days when there wasn't a whole lot,
Yeah.
everything was a little more connected than it is now. I mean, yeah, but like we're kind of at the period that we're in that's coming to an end of the post Endgame kind of period. Uh, most of this whole phase, it's not nothing's really connected. It's just them like just they kind of just like fuck it, we're just gonna try
Experimenting.
whatever, and there wasn't even like a central plan. Like they're now starting that, and to get back to that.
Trying to see
So
which characters are like doing the best and
yeah, I mean,
seeing what kind of hot and what's not for
yeah,
the
and
scene.
they're literally just like throwing ideas out there and seeing what does good, and like definitely like some of the movies I think have been really good and are definitely worth watching. Like Eternals, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is fucking awesome. If you haven't seen that
Yeah, I
one,
still need to watch that one. I've heard nothing but good things
that
about
one's
it.
a very high recognition. I can't wait to see more of him. But like those are like style wise are very different from like all the previous Marvel stuff. Shang Chi's a little closer to the norm like than Eternals is. Eternals is like it's like all that like just the cinematography of it's way different and the storytelling's way different. So that one's another one that I recommend. Um, what else? I was looking at this the other day. Like some of the stuff has been all right. Like Doctor Strange is pretty all right. Spider Man, uh, No Way Home. Yeah. To be honest, I like it, and I think it's a little overrated though. If I'm gonna be real, that's my hot take. They People for so long were just like, oh, we gotta get all three Spider-Man together. We gotta get all three Spider-Man together. To be honest, I never cared about that idea. I was like, eh. I mean, if they do it,
See,
they do it.
I was one of the big ones that was like hoping they would do it,
Mm.
but for whatever reason, everything on the internet was just like, "Hey, buddy, we're gonna fucking spoil
I mean,
the
yeah.
entire
But
movie."
here's the thing though.
Like, bruh.
You have to be expected with that because I kind of knew that was going to happen just because people were talking about it for so long before it was ever announced that they were going to do it that
Yeah,
it was like like the hype of that movie was bigger than like even like almost bigger than like Endgame and shit. Like
yeah.
that hype was ungodly. And there's and what happened. And this is what happened. This is what some of these other guys on YouTube that I watch were talking about. There was all these fucking TikTok and Instagram and Twitter accounts that were all made that got super popular, all talking about Spider-Man theories and shit like that. They got huge, and it just
Yeah.
like over bloated the fucking internet with people talking about the movie. And like here's the thing with the movie. Everything that you would kind of want them to do, they kind of do. And so
Hmm.
there's not really much to be surprised by, to be honest.
Nothing like groundbreaking that was like,
No.
"Oh shit."
No, and to be honest, like as cool as the movie was, and every time, like the whole time I was watching, it was like, oh, they're like whenever they would do something in the movie, I'd be like, oh, this is the part where they do that. There was like one or two things that I will say that were pretty cool, or one thing that was pretty cool, and one thing that was kind of shocking that I didn't expect them to do. But other than that, like everything else, it was just like, oh, this is the part where they do the pointing meme. Oh, this is the part
Yeah.
where Andrew Garfield goes to save a person falling because he didn't with Gwen. Oh, this is the part where they make this reference. I was just like, I mean, they did it
So it was
good.
just pretty predictable.
Yeah, which I mean, that's always been a small problem that I have with some movies where I could just like I know where the movie's going, where the plot's going, just based off of like how plots work in movies. But that one, it was kind
Yeah.
of escalated, like it was escalated how much I could kind of do that because it's like, okay, this is what they're like. It's very obvious what they're doing. But I mean, like, but that's the thing. It's like they still did a good job doing it, so it's not a bad movie by any
Hmm.
means. I just thought it was a little over. I just thought it was overhyped and kind of overrated, but it is a good movie. So if you haven't watched it yet, I would still recommend to watch it.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. I'm really far behind on all of it.
but then there's like the shit like Thor. I mean, you can just fucking skip Thor: Love and Thunder. Um, I mean, there was some,
Yeah.
and that's the thing that sucks that there was a couple good scenes in that movie, but Taika Waititi just fucking high off his own nut, bro. He's just like, I don't know what the fuck his problem is, dude. He thinks he's hot shit or something. That movie was too goofy for most of it. Like if you don't like the Marvel sense of humor, that's like fucking 95% of that movie, bro. And the thing is, like the rest of the 5% is like is still is pretty good. There's a couple of really good scenes, but I don't know.
Yeah. There
Uh,
was, yeah, I remember when that fucking came out and everybody was like, dude, this shit was like a what the fuck kind of
Yeah,
like everybody kind of stood back and was just like, hold up, like what
yeah,
the fuck did you just create? And he's
yeah.
over there getting like fucking pissed off about it and like getting up on his high horse and shit, and
I didn't know
everybody's
anything.
like,
The only thing, the reason why I was saying that was because Taika Waititi, from what I've seen, is like he was kind of a no name until he did Thor Ragnarok. And Thor Ragnarok's really good. And he did like a couple other movies between that and this Thor that were like more indie kind of style movies that were like comedies and stuff. And like Jojo Rabbit, that like movie about like the little kid who's like a Hitler Youth or whatever, and shit like that that was like
that,
all really well received and real popular. And I think he just got like
yeah,
full of himself and thought he could that, oh, this is what I did that everyone liked. I'm just gonna do just that, which is like his sense of humor
yeah.
and stuff. And it was too goofy, man.
Like Jojo Rabbit was a really good fucking. It was a really funny fucking movie.
Yeah,
Like,
I do still want to watch that. But like what was it? Fuck, Doctor Strange. I thought was for the most part was pretty good. Um, it was cool seeing like a again. It's like going back to the whole thing where like it's a movie in a completely different style than every other movie, with Sam Raimi directing it.
Yeah.
Um, and like some of the shows are okay. Most of the shows are like just like okay. Some could be skipped. Like even though I personally enjoyed She Hulk, I mean, there's other than seeing like the part with Daredevil, you can kind of skip most of it, and like seeing like what's going on with Abomination. Though I did like the ending where she like hardcore broke the fourth wall, like harder than Deadpool ever has.
Yeah.
And there was a funny joke
She
with
went
like,
like the studio and
yeah,
shit
she went
like
like to the
that.
studio and then like it was like she wanted to meet with Kevin Feige. That was pretty funny. But
That yeah, that was pretty funny. I won't lie, that was a pretty good one.
yeah, but like as far as like the shows, like the only ones I would really recommend to go back and watch would be like Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki.
Yeah, those are the two biggest ones that people recommend me,
Yeah, I mean,
especially Loki. Like you
yeah,
gotta go
yeah.
see
I think
Loki.
Loki was probably the most popular out of all of them. I mean, it's the only one that so far we know it's getting a second season. I mean, of course, WandaVision and what was the other one? Yeah, WandaVision. That one was to set up uh Wanda for Doctor Strange movie, and then uh Falcon Winter Soldier was to set up the next Captain America movie.
Yeah,
Which I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Um, but yeah, I mean, other than that,
yeah,
like it's at the point now where you don't really need to watch everything. You just kind of just watch whatever you want. I mean, that's what
yeah.
I've been doing. I mean, like Black Panther was actually kind of good. I didn't go see it at the movies. I waited for it to come to Disney Plus. But I mean,
Oh,
that was surprisingly good. I mean, I'm still in that camp of the people who were saying to recast Black Panther and to not kill him off. I think that would have been the better choice, but it is what it is. I mean, we got Namor in canon, so that's cool.
yeah,
But
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
Because
mm,
I think what the fuck was it that? Oh yeah, the Hawkeye show.
that one wasn't too bad either. That one's actually pretty good.
Yeah, like I heard like mixed things, but overall, I think it was pretty well received
Yeah,
from what I
it was.
understand.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty good. I mean, that one, like most of them, they're probably better now, especially since you don't have to wait week to week. Like I was watching all of them week to week, but now they're all out, so you could just fucking watch it in a couple
Binge it.
days. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that one. Yeah, that one I
yeah. I'll
remember
probably
was
have.
pretty good. It was cool seeing like because it's based off of like this like Hawkeye specific Hawkeye comic book that was like really well received, and it's got one of the best characters in it, Pizza Dog, who's just like a one eye homeless dog who likes to eat pizza.
Best boy.
Yeah, yeah, that one was pretty good,
I,
and that's the one that's got what's his name returning as the Kingpin, and he's a little more
oh,
kind of comic booky and like he's fucking strong as fuck, bro. And he takes a couple
he's a
shots too.
he's a really good kingpin. I
Yeah,
can't lie. He's
yeah,
really good at it.
yeah. It is cool seeing him back though because he shows up in that.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I remember watching like the Daredevil and yeah, the first two Daredevils. And fuck, dude, he was just
hmm
a fucking beast, dude. And I
yeah,
was just so like fucking like blown away at like how well he kept like the persona and
hmm
just the overall acting. Like there's not very many people that out there that I think could do Kingpin like he did.
right. Vincent D'Onofrio is his name. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
guy
I
from
made
Full Metal Jacket that shot himself.
yeah. Yeah, I was just about to say he's
Fucking watched that
fuck,
the other
dude.
day.
That's such a fucked movie, man.
Yeah. Anyway, to kind of get back to the, there are some more DC announcements. Joker Folie à
Oh yeah. I
sequel.
don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, the what they're saying that the movie's going to be about will be interesting to say the least. I mean, it is the same director, and Joaquin Phoenix is back as Joker. Um,
Yeah,
and they said that it's still going to be its own thing. It's not going to be tied into like the new DC universe, or not tied into the pre-existing movies, just his previous movie.
yeah.
And the Folly Do or whatever the fuck the subtitle is, that is, I looked it up what it was. It's a psychological term for a delusion shared by two people.
Oh yeah,
Because
because Lady Gaga is gonna be playing
yeah,
Harley Quinn.
apparently she's going to be cast as Harley Quinn, and there's going to be some musical elements to it.
Yeah, which I mean,
We'll
I'll give it a
see.
shot,
Yeah.
but I looked at it as like that was kind of one of the movies that I don't think it needed another one after it.
No, but it was so popular
Uh,
that we kind of knew that they were going to do another one. But it's good to see
yeah,
that they're back, and it's the same director, so it should be
yeah,
in line with it. Hopefully, they have a decent story, and that's not coming out until like it said. They said that it's set to come out in October next year. So I mean, we got over like a year and a half plus till it comes out,
yeah,
like a year and 8 months, pretty much. So they had time to make it decent. Um,
yeah, yeah. I'll give it a shot when it comes out.
and they did announce a date for. Well, I don't know how true the date is. It might be just be a rumor, but the Batman Part Two, sequel to the Batman with Robert Pattinson. That there's not really any news on it other than that they're going to make it, and they're shooting for a year. It's going to be like a year after the Joker movie comes out, so like October 3rd, 2025. So it's not going to be for a while,
Yeah,
which means that
I
they're going to
still
have.
need to.
Yeah, oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it yet, but like I really want to watch it
Dude,
because I've heard that it's probably the best fucking Batman movie
do you
that's
have?
come
Do
out.
y'all have HBO?
Yeah.
Fucking watch it tonight, bro. You got time. I mean, it is a bit of a longer movie, so you can like split it into 2 nights, or if you need to, because it is like a 3 hour movie. But
Oh yeah.
it's a fucking good movie, bro. You fucking put that shit on tonight, bro. Fuck YouTube or whatever you're gonna watch when you go to bed. Put that shit on. Yeah, there's not really much not known about what it's gonna be, but allegedly, like the director will probably be coming back too, so that's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Um, but before that comes out, there is the first of James Gunn's like line of movies will come. Will is set to come out before that in July. It's gonna be the first movie for his DCU Superman Legacy, Superman reboot. And all they said is that it's just going to be him about Superman struggling with his identity of being an alien and being a human. That's all I said. I mean, he's not
So a
coming out.
typical Superman origin kind of,
Yeah,
or not origin, but like
no, but I mean, in the recent movies, like all the movies, he hasn't really deep dive into his thoughts about that. So it'd be interesting.
yeah.
So they like actually make the whole movie about that. It'd be interesting to see like how they do it. And then they announced like a couple other projects, which none of them have any dates tied to them or even years. Just a handful of other projects they announced. There's one called The Authority, which The Authority is something that most people have probably not heard of. It's a team from the '90s that it was. There's an indie company called Wildstorm, and DC bought
Hmm.
them a while back. Uh, the only character that's like really like they all brought the character they brought all the characters into like the DC like years ago, but the only one that's like the biggest character is this character called Grifter, which if you see a picture of him, you'll probably recognize him. It's this dude that goes around. He's got two dual pistols, and he's got like a red bandana with like almost like a Deadpool kind of thing.
Hmm.
If you saw it, you probably recognize him. The other
Probably.
characters, nobody's probably ever even fucking heard of. He's like the only one that people really have heard of because they've used him in like Batman comics and stuff. Like he's shown up
Yeah.
the most. But they're gonna do a movie about the team, the Authority, so we'll see what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
um, there's another Batman movie. So the Batman will probably be like just tied to its movie and not tied into anything else. But there's going to be a Batman movie that is tied to the DC universe, and they're calling it The Brave and the Bold, and it's Batman and Damian Wayne Robin. So we'll see once they announce. That's all they said about it. They haven't said nothing else.
No casting or anything.
Nope. So we'll see. Now, what will be wild is if they do tie it into the Batman and it's Robert Pattinson. That'd be fucking
I would
wild as
not
fuck.
be mad. I would not be
I
mad
mean, they
about
have to.
that.
They
That
definitely have time to figure that out.
would work that in. Yeah, I mean, especially with a second one coming up. Like,
Mm-hmm. Because the second one should be out like the year before. Well, they don't have a date for it, but it'll be out like a year before like Superman comes out and all that. So we'll see. They do have a Supergirl movie, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. No information on that. I do Swamp Thing movie, which is going to be like an origin story on Swamp Thing. Which I guess that means the show that they did a season of and then canceled isn't going to count for shit at all. Even though apparently the show is really good. Like it's
I
wild.
can't lie. I totally forgot they even came out with the fucking season.
The only reason why I remember is because at the time I was living with a friend of ours, Christian, who's real big into DC stuff, and he had the before HBO Max there was just a DC subscription service that like was like for the
Yeah.
comic books and all the DC stuff, and they had like that's where like the Teen Titans like live action show comes from and like a couple other shows, and they did a Swamp Thing show, and like literally the day that the show came out, they said the show's canceled. And then they did that, and then it turns out the show was pretty good. So I don't know what the fuck's up with that, like why they did that. But there's gonna be a new Swamp Thing movie, and they
Jesus
announced a couple
Christ.
shows because they're gonna do some shows too. There's only like one of them that I'm like looking forward to. Uh, they announced an animated show called Creature Commandos, which is basically like Suicide Squad, but it's all like monstrous type characters.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be an animated show. I'll probably skip that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Suicide Squad, there's gonna be an Amanda Waller show, so we'll see what they do with that. It's gonna be the same chick playing her. She's probably like one of the few castings they've kept. Um,
Oh, Margot Robbie.
no, the chick that plays Amanda Waller, the black chick.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what her name is,
I
but
thought you were talking about Harley Quinn or whatever.
no, nah. No, I mean, they might keep her too. I don't know. It all depends.
Yeah.
There's going to be a Booster Gold show. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a lesser known character, sort of.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that. Yeah.
He's this weird character that he's kind of douchey. You see a picture of him right now. He's like all blue and gold suit. And he's this guy. I don't know if he's from the future or if he just comes across this like bunch of technology from the future. I think he's maybe from the future. He's got all this tech that's like just normal shit you could have in the future, just normal technology. And he decides to go back in time and become a superhero. But he like lies like to Just League and everybody and saying that he is a superhero from his time, but really he just like, oh, these are just like Walmart brand like booster shoes and power suit and stuff. Like he's just got like basic shit, but he gives it compared to like today's technology. He's like a superhero, and so he's pretending to be a superhero because he wanted to be a superhero. So we'll see.
Jesus. Yeah.
Um, see if that goes anywhere. What I mean, again, all these none of these have any announcements other than that they announced them.
Oh
Um,
shit. Like that's literally it.
yeah, and then there's like two more shows that they announced. This one, we'll see. It's called Paradise Lost. It's gonna be they say it's going to be like a Game of Thrones style show set in Themyscira, which is where Wonder Woman's from. So we'll see what the fuck that even means when that comes out. And then
Yeah.
the one that I am excited for to hear more about at least, Lanterns. True detective style show focusing on Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan,
Oh yeah.
where they're going to be space cops because that's what Green Lanterns are. So that'd be pretty cool. And that's all like the DC stuff. I think there were some other movies that they announced previously, like years ago, that have been kind of in development hell that probably aren't coming out. Like I know, like they canceled the Batgirl movie that was supposed to come out a couple years ago. They there was a movie that was supposed to come out that got canceled. Oh no, yeah, the Batgirl movie was supposed to tease the Black Canary movie, and so that's probably not going to happen because Batgirl got canceled. It's going to be the same chick that was in Birds of Prey, but that's probably not happening no more.
Yeah. One movie, it's not really DC related, but I totally forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I've been waiting on Spawn.
Oh, you know, I should have looked. I didn't see anything about Spawn, but I think I do remember hearing that they.
Oh, I looked it up just recently,
Mm-hmm.
and it says no official release date has been revealed yet. I know they've teased stuff like last year or the year
Yeah,
before, but it's in production. It's got production delays up till now,
yeah,
and
it's
the
in
earliest it'll be
production.
released. Yeah, the earliest it'll be released is like this year or 2024.
Yeah, that's like the earliest it could be. Is like the end of this year.
Yeah, which I mean,
When they say it's in production, that could mean fucking anything, dude. That could mean like
yeah,
two people like wrote down a title, like
yeah. It's yeah, for all we know, they could have just barely started fucking like getting a full cast together or some shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one I've been fucking waiting on because I fucking love Spawn, dude.
Hmm.
He's a badass character.
I have a couple other movies that are just like regular movies. Some of them I know I've been looking forward to. Some of them, one of them, I just found out what got announced like a couple minutes ago. So we'll see if they actually do make it, but kind of keeping it in the order of like when they come out. March 3rd. What I'm looking forward to, Creed 3. Fucking love the
Yeah.
Rocky movies, love the Creed movies. Can't wait for this one. The guy who he's gonna be finding plays Kang in the Ant-Man movie and all that. So it's cool to see him getting
Oh,
more roles. He's fucking huge, dude. He gets huge for that. For Creed, fucking Creed. That'll be really good. Can't wait to see that. That's supposed to be. The story is that he was like a childhood friend of Adonis, Creed, and he got like arrested and was been in prison this whole time, and he gets out and he sees his friends like got he's like this like world champion fighter. He got all this money and everything, and he thinks he feels like that he deserved that life and that should have been him because apparently he boxed and he was been training this whole time in prison, as he wants to fight him for the title and everything for
oh
everything he's got.
shit.
So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I still need to watch those movies.
They're
Like
good,
I
man.
haven't seen a single Creed movie yet.
They're really good. You could definitely tell in the first one that they didn't know if they were going to make any more because like
Yeah.
I mean it's not really a spoiler, but in that one Rocky, because so Rocky's in the first two, he's not going to be in the third one. He's
Yeah.
stepped out. He stepped away from the Rocky franchise. He's like letting Michael B. Jordan take it away with the Creed movies.
Yeah.
But the way they set his character up in the first Creed, it gave me the impression that he was going to be like Mickey in was it Rocky 3? I think it's either Rocky 2 or 3 when he died. Like he like
Oh
it's like
yeah.
it's just, I kind of thought they were going to do that, but then they didn't, and then the movie did really well, and then they were like, oh, I guess a couple years later, like, I guess we're going to make another one, and he's like, no longer. It's not like an issue that he's like about to die, but then he's just not in this one. So maybe he died off camera, or maybe he's
Yeah.
just not training him anymore. I don't know. He retired. We'll see, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Those movies are awesome. This one, another one that I'm really excited for, John Wick Chapter 4,
Yeah.
coming out
I
March 24th. So March 3rd we got Creed, then March 24th we got John Wick.
I
So the
cannot
Baba
fucking wait.
Yaga.
Baba Yaga, dude. I'm so fucking excited. Those movies
Hmm.
are so badass, dude.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
that's up there for like action movies for
Hmm.
me. That shit's like on par with like 007 and Jason Bourne. Like
Yeah,
easily. Like
yeah.
that shit's just
That's
pure
definitely
fucking
like of our like generations, like the best action movies coming out.
yeah, easily.
I mean, it's
Like I mean
Jason Bourne. I
that's
guess is technically of our generation, but those were coming out like when we were like pretty young. It's
yeah,
like the
those were
early two
like
thousands.
early 2000s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I guess this would technically be like the Gen Z's like action movie of the Gen Z,
Yeah,
the Zoomers, but it's
yeah.
fucking good.
Fuck, dude,
Um,
they got it good. So, God,
I'm interested to see if they set it up for any more. Or if this is it, or you just don't know what the John Wick movies.
yeah,
They haven't said nothing about it being the last one, so I guess depending on how it does and where the story goes, maybe if they want to do another one, they will. But if they don't, then they won't.
yeah.
Um, Now the next movie to come out May 19th, I'm extremely excited for. A lot of people I've talked to don't give a fuck, but I'm super excited for it. We're going back to family. Fast X, baby. I can't fucking wait. And this is they're setting up to like be the end of the franchise. Like not this one. I think this one is gonna set up the end, and then the next one I think will be the last one. Other than if they do more spin-off movies. And pretty much everybody's gonna be in it. I mean, Jason Statham's back. John Cena's gonna be back. He was in 9. The From what I understand, The Rock's not gonna be in this one. He's
Yeah.
been in the last
I don't.
few, but
I think The Rock's done with it just because he can't fucking stand Vin Diesel.
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like they did the spin-off one with him and Jason Statham,
Yeah,
and that one actually wasn't too bad. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll only do spin-offs or something. I don't know. Um,
yeah,
Jason Momoa is going to be the main villain, and I think what the plot is it kind of they're tying it back to, I think it was the fifth one, which that one's a pretty good one. That's the one where they are in like Mexico or something, or I don't remember, and they steal a vault out of a police station. That's like
yeah.
the local
I
like
think
car.
that was Fast. I think that was Fast Five,
Yeah,
if I
pretty sure it's
remember.
the fifth one, and he's one of the guys that was his money in that vault. So he's getting coming back for revenge.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's gonna be balls to the wall, fucking ridiculous action. I don't think they're going back to space in this one. That was that was Fast 9. Um,
Hold up. They actually went to space.
so because you don't care, I will spoil this completely for you. I need to buy. I don't think I bought Fast 9 yet. No, I need to buy it. Still. So Fast 9 is so they brought back. I don't know if he's gonna be in this one, but they brought back the dude from Tokyo Drift and like
Yeah.
what's his name? The black kid and one of the other guys that was like one of his friends in that movie, and Han because Han's still alive. Um, what they've been doing since that movie is they work for the NASA or for the government or something in some rocket program, and there's some plot with. It's been a while since I watched the movie, but John Cena and his people are trying to get these codes for these satellites that are going to do something. Doesn't matter, but there's a thing where they need to get access to the satellites to hack into them or something, but they have to get physical access. So they take old boy from Tokyo Drift and his boys that have been working on rocket cars, and they strap a fucking rocket to a car and launch that bitch into space. And fucking Tyrese and Ludacris are in the car in space, and they got spacesuits on, and they go up to the fucking satellite and hook into it or hack into it or whatever.
Fucking
It's
Christ.
fucking awesome. I don't know what's more ridiculous, that or fucking uh earlier in that movie. There's a chase scene where Vin Diesel is chasing down John Cena, and John Cena, there's like a wooden bridge, like wooden rope bridge that's somehow long, big enough and strong enough for a car to drive across. John Cena with his car breaks the bridge and goes off the cliff, and then a plane flies over and magnetizes, catches his car, and Vin Diesel's like, "I'm gonna get across for family," and he somehow gets one of his tires lodged in with one of the support beams for the rope that still goes across, and launches off the cliff, and like fish hook swings and makes it all the way up to the other side. I don't know what's less likely, that or launching or strapping a rocket to a car and launching it into space.
God. Yeah, because I remember seeing the preview
Yeah,
where a car was swinging from something,
that's the scene.
and at that was the point that they fucking lost me. I was like, bro.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Um, let's see, there's a couple more movies. Transformers: Rise of the Beast actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I've been kind of like thinking about that one a little bit lately
Yeah,
because after I don't even know. Like I would say like the second one was probably the last good one for me that I really
so
enjoyed.
did you see Bumblebee?
No,
So
I did
that
not see
one, I think, was the most recent one. So the Transformers fucking movies, I haven't watched like all of them, honestly, like the first two or three of them. They get fucking off the walls, kind of stupid. Like one of them has like the nanobots one, and there's like a weird scene where it's like these nanobots could turn into anything, and it's a fucking Beats by Dre pill or whatever the fuck. That movie's
Yeah.
fucking dumb. But they sort of a couple years ago soft rebooted the Transformers movies, kind of with Bumblebee, where that one's set in like the '90s. Like it's set like way before the first one, and like it's Bumblebee with like his old like Volkswagen Bug design, and like it's actually
Mm,
like a really good movie, and like all the designs when you see the Transformers are more like the cartoon, like original toys, and this
thank
movie is set in the '90s, and it's all like old school designs, like how they should have been from the fucking start, and like and it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna have like it's gonna be cover all like some of the stuff from the Beast Wars show. A lot of those characters gonna show up. It
yeah.
might be pretty good.
Because
We'll have to see.
I still really love the first Transformers movie.
Yeah, I
Like
mean
that
it's
final battle scene was fucking dope as
yeah, I
shit
mean
when it came
those are
out.
just like classic like early 2000s movies for us when we were kids.
Yeah. And
I mean, going back,
the
there is
one
some stuff that's kind of fucking stupid in those movies. Like even like the first two,
oh my
like
god.
the I'll never forget the second one when they launched the missile at Devastator's nuts.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Oh man. Yeah, I used to be so big into that shit. Like I remember when we had the fucking video game on the PlayStation 2
Hmm.
or whatever, and our favorite fucking thing was to go around and play as like Starscream and
Hmm.
just destroy the entire fucking city. Because that's basically what it was like it was like zone. It was like related to like a zone, but for like each of like the characters or whatever. So it was
Hmm.
kind of like open world a little bit for each of them. And after you were done with all the missions and shit, you could just go around and do whatever the fuck you wanted. So like I was like Starscream's like my fucking favorite, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking fly around and just destroy shit.
Hmm.
Like but yeah, that was a really fun game. They lost me when I mean, the third one was pretty fucking bad. I
Yeah,
mean,
they progressively for me got kind of worse.
yeah. The third one was really bad, and then
There's like
the
five or
fucking
six
first
of
one
them.
with Mark Wahlberg. The first one they had with Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg, I think like technically the fourth or whatever.
yeah,
And they God, that was a bad fucking movie. That was a really bad movie.
and it's not the worst of them,
And
from what I understand. I haven't fully watched all of them.
like, that's the fucked up part is it's not the worst of them. And they they ruined it for me when they just try to go into the backstory and make them molecular instead of just these
Hmm.
fucking big ass robots that just exist and can turn into fucking vehicles. I was like, what the fuck? Why you gotta make them into like some kind of molecular being or some shit like that?
Hmm.
It was just kind of like, why?
Hmm.
Why?
But yeah, that comes
But
out.
this one,
I mean, it looks good, so I definitely recommend watching the trailer.
yeah, we can actually probably
Do react to it or something.
do one for that. Yeah,
Comes out June 6th, so pretty soon.
June 6th.
And
All right.
later that month is a movie that I've been waiting for. That I always would forget about that they were working on because it's been kind of back and forth that they're working on it, they're not working on it for a few years, and I think you'll look forward to it too. and there's a trailer that came out for it very recently. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Yep.
I love Indiana Jones, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking love it.
June 30th, the fifth film. It looks like parts of it are going to be set in two time periods. Like there's some scenes. I watched most of the trailer. They some scenes with Harrison Ford where they like de-aged him. I don't know if they're like deep faking it or using AI or whatever to do that. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to see it. Yeah, I don't know because nowadays you can't really tell between a deep fake and an AI
Well,
almost.
I mean, deep fake is like AI learning to do it, but it's probably like a AI de-aging or something like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's mostly going to be set in whatever the modern day for Indiana Jones is, or he's his age. That's probably like the '60s or '70s maybe.
Yeah,
And then
I know because it was kind of weird because for the trailer it was going back and forth between like
so
eras and shit,
so
and like one of them was like during the big parade after the victory of World War II.
so I read like a little thing on the plot, not like anything deep into it, but basically, there's a character that shows up that was a rival for Indiana Jones throughout his career that
Yeah,
shows up to him like where at like in like the '80s or '70s or whenever the movie takes place. So I think it's parts of the movie are going to be flashbacks to like times that they ran into each other and like some stuff in the '40s and '50s. So I think the
okay.
movie's going to go back and forth between the two time periods, or the majority of it's going to be set in one, and we'll see bits of the other one.
As
Um,
long as it's better than the Kingdom of a Crystal Skull,
I
I'm
think
alright.
it already just from the trailer alone, it looks like it's going to be better than the fucking King of the Crystal Skull. No,
God,
no, what's his name? Shia LaBeouf,
yeah, Shia
real
LaBeouf.
cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yep.
And I only got one more movie thing to talk about, which we could probably wrap it up on that because we're getting kind of to.
Yeah.
Even though I do have to cut a little section of this out. So this is, I saw this got announced like today or yesterday. It's trending on Twitter. I was looking for topics to talk about, which is why I decided to talk about the movies so much today, because I saw this. So they announced a sequel to a classic movie from when we were younger is happening. I Am Legend 2.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to still have Will Smith. It's going to have Michael B. Jordan's going to be in it. It's going to be set. They said decades later. I guess I think it's going to be set like a decade or two maybe after the alternate ending, which is the now canon ending.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember. There was like a they released like what the alternate original ending was going to be that they changed when they like actually released the movie.
Mhm.
So the original ending, I don't know if you remember, was him, the chicken, the kid are in like his secret lab or whatever, and he's got
Yeah.
one of the like the infected people that he's been testing on trying to make a cure, and all the infected break into his house and break into his lab and are like the ones like headbutting the the glass like door, and he tells the chick to get into like the safe, and then he fucking like blows himself up, killing them, so that she could get
Yeah.
free with the cure. So that's the original ending. The alternate ending, which is now canon, I had to go rewatch it to remember what happened. Instead of doing that, he decides, instead of like them going into the thing and him blowing them all up, he just decides to open the door. He has her open the door, and
Yeah.
the dude, it's the one he always called Fred, is like the leader of the infected, and he like tells his goons, his like people to stop. He's like, "Arr." They all stop or whatever,
Yeah.
and he rolls because the chick that he was tested on is still alive. He rolls her out, and he's like, it's like this really tense scene where they're all like right up in his face, and he's like, "I gotta get a syringe, and I'll wake her back up." And he fucking wakes her up, and it like shows that like they're like way more intelligent than we had any other reason to believe. And
Yeah.
like they just the guy takes her and like they leave, and he lives. So that's the canon ending.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when it came out and the the original whatever ending it was when he blew himself up,
Mm-hmm.
and then they released
That's probably
the
on like
other.
that's probably on like the special features or something, but I got uploaded to YouTube not that long after because it was like this was like 2007, 2008, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And I was just kind of like, okay, that's actually neat, but I was kind of like, I wonder if it was just like a scrapped idea,
Hmm.
but
December
now I,
14th, 2007 is when the first one came out.
holy shit,
That's that.
god damn,
That's that pre-recession movie, bro.
yeah, shit, Jesus,
God.
fuck, man,
But yeah, that's
yeah,
a would
that
be
was a
cool.
good fucking movie though. That was a really good movie.
Yeah, gonna have to get the
But yeah,
cop a copy of that and rewatch it.
yeah. I think yeah, because after I saw the ending where he doesn't blow himself up,
Mm.
and I was kind of like,
That's what most
that's
people
actually pretty
thought,
good too.
was that
Like
that
I
was like
can't lie,
a
that was,
good ending. I think it was
yeah,
one of those things where it was probably they tested it with when they do like the test audience screenings. They probably tested it with that ending, and people didn't like it as much. They changed it to the other ending. It's probably something like that. That
yeah,
should happen all the time.
yeah,
But yeah, it's kind of everything I had. We kind of had a nice little movie talk about upcoming stuff.
yeah,
Definitely gonna have
yeah,
to go to the movies a bunch the next couple months.
yeah. Gonna have to get some trailers up and put up
Oh
some
yeah, we're have to do that
reactions.
too.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much everything we've got for tonight, peeps. Thank you for tuning around, and apologies if my camera was fucking seizing out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have to put a little something at the beginning. Like, listen, we know.
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
we'll have to fix that for next week.
yeah. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to follow us down in our links below.
Like, comment,
Follow us on
subscribe.
social medias. Yep. Let us know what's the most anticipated movie that you're looking
Yeah,
forward
which one of
to
those
for
movies you look forward to the
Marvel,
most? Um,
DC, what matter. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
yeah.